Hey, this is Rick Casalage from exercisesforinjuries.com. I wanted to welcome you to another interview, and today we're going to talk about, ageless body, ageless mind, and stress-induced weight gain. And I will get the guest that I'm going to interview to introduce herself, and then we'll get into the interview.
Hi, everybody, and thanks again for having me, Rick. I am Dawn Sylvester, and I'm going to talk to you today about the things that Rick mentioned and my new super exciting 7-minute Ageless Body Secret program.
Awesome. So let's we'll jump into it, and the first thing I wanted to talk about is that maybe you can kind of give your best tip when it relates to achieving an ageless body, and the next question would be your best tip when it comes to getting an ageless mind.
Right. Well, I think the first thing that, and I have to mention that I do own a gym, and I've been in the fitness space for over 20 years. And my first thing that I try to coach women into is changing their mind first. If you keep going thinking the old school things about less food, more exercise, that's more stressful. So that right there puts you in almost a failure mindset. So by changing your mind and knowing that little actionable daily steps can lead up to a big payoff later on, that sets yourself up for success and goal achievement. I'm a crazy list maker, so I believe in, even if it's one or two little steps that you follow, that you write down, that little accountability thing that we spoke of earlier. You feel good when you accomplish one thing, whether it's I'm going to drink 8 glasses of water today, or I'm going to add an extra serving of coconut oil, something that is positive, something that you are capable of. That would be probably my biggest mindset tip into achieving goals as we age.
Awesome. And then, what would be, what's a trick that we can implement in order to trick our genes to reverse or slow down our aging?
Ooh, I love that tricking our genes thing because, of course, everybody says, well, my mother was overweight, my sister is obese, my father has heart disease. I mean, science definitely, if you follow anything, tells us now that we do have the ability to trick our genes, even to age backwards, We can prevent age-related brain fog. We can prevent age-related weight gain. Sleep is a huge thing that I'm looking into a lot these days. That's really one of the buzzwords, that magical 7 hours of sleep does everything from turning off your hunger hormones to turning on your fat burning hormones. So instead of cutting out foods, cutting calories, counting points, things that are very stressful, and again, back to the stressful part, stress, incorporates weight gain because you have that, magical hormone cortisol. That's where you get the belly fat. So everything from there is downhill. I try to get people back into that mindset of little steps, a little bit more sleep, nutrient-dense foods that are healthy fats, eating for energy, not eating for weight loss. So everything that I coach women into is a positive mindset, things that you are capable of. And obviously they can work for men too. It just happens that I only train women, but obviously I have a lot of men in my life too.
Awesome. And then what would be some tips that people can implement in order to reverse weight gain as we age?
Well, I think that a lot of that goes to the exercise programs that I am very much into. I am a self-professed ex-cardio junkie. When I was at my heaviest in my late 20s, I did probably an hour minimum a day of only cardio. I never lifted weights. I never did body weight things. I was just obsessed with burning off calories and undoing what I ate by burning it off. And now they have all those fancy little tickers and wrist gadgets that tell you how many calories you burned. Well, it's not a really good gauge, just like neither is your scale a good gauge. So as we age, we start to lose muscle after the age of 30. Well, I'm many, many years past 30, but I know that I have turned my body and turned other women's bodies into being a fat burning machine. So what you need to do is spend a very short period of time. It can even be under 10 minutes a day, using movement patterns that incorporate your biggest muscles. So you're not going to sit there walking around the block, even though that's great for mindset and relaxation and looking at pretty scenery. You're not going to tighten your body or firm up your body or get stronger as you age by walking. So I train my parents that are 80 and 81 doing functional movement, body weight pattern type things that incorporate your biggest muscles. And it is absolutely amazing when you use your biggest muscles, how tight your core and your pelvic girdle starts to be. So both my mom and dad, I mean, they went from barely being able to do a plank, let alone to being able to hold one, and now doing a side plank at 80. And my mom is a pant size down. I mean, so if you can do that at 80, you're probably listening to this and you're 30 or 40. I mean, you can incorporate, short bursts of periods of exercise that everybody has time for and replace that with the hours of walking or hours of cardio, that kind of useless stuff.